Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about trading, okay, and talking about process. How do you become a better trader, okay, and how do you use whatever experience you already have to become a better trader? Okay, I will give an analogy, right, of exercising, okay. So in terms of exercising, we have the results, okay, the result of being healthy, being stronger, having more muscles, and then the process. The process will be going to the gym, eating healthily, and sleeping well, okay. So in trading, there's also the same thing. There is the results, okay. The result is making money, being profitable, and there's the process. What's the process of a good trader? Knowing your entry, setting your trade plan, writing down your trades, recording what you've done, position sizing. These are some of the things that are in process. So to be a good trader, right, because the outcome, right, it is really out of your control. Unlike in exercising, most likely when you exercise long enough, you will have the correct results, right, or the results that you want. In trading, right, it is really dependent on the market too. Okay, so what can you do when something is not just 100% within your control? Is you really need to focus on just the process, okay, and make the process 100% your responsibility. Okay, today I want to go into a bit more detail of process. How do you set the right process for yourself? Okay, I will start right from the beginning. Okay, right from the beginning is the plan. Okay, plan, what does it mean is, number one, you need to know what kind of time frame, what kind of trader you are. Are you a long-term investor? Are you a short-term trader, or somewhere in between? You need to first know your time frame, okay, and decide on a time frame and stick to that one time frame. That's the first thing, your plan. Second thing is the strategy. So without a plan, right, the strategy is useless. I would say a lot of people always start with the strategy first. That means what make more money, like, is it short-term trading make more money, or is it long-term investing make more money, or somewhere in between? Okay, I will say start with your plan first. What is your ideal way of trading? Do you have enough time to look at the market? What kind of stress do you want to undergo when you trade? Okay, so know your time frame first, your time first, your plan first, before you find the method, the how-to, because the how-to is actually easier once you have that clarity of what is your time frame. Okay, so second one is your plan. Okay, in your plan, right, what are the things that constitute methods? Okay, number one will be things like your strategy. That means how you get in and how you get out. Do you have a method of getting in and out? Is it being tested? That means this strategy of adding in and out is being tested. Okay, second thing is you must be able to test this strategy. Wherever theory you have, are you able to back test this strategy in the past? Okay, example, okay, you heard of this saying that sell in May, go away. If I want to sell all the stocks in May and buy back somewhere in November, is there an edge? Let's say this is a back test for a long-term investor. Is there an edge compared to buy and hold? So besides having knowing a method, you must be able to back test this strategy. Okay, is there edge over buy and hold? Let's say example, you sell in May and then buy back in November for every stock in your portfolio, or maybe the top 5 stocks in the portfolio, and what is the performance versus just buy and holding for the last 10 years? So you can back testing these results. Last one is a lot of people don't talk about is sizing. Okay, which is how to manage getting in and out is one thing, getting it correct is one thing, but you also need to have the context of your portfolio. Okay, because why? Because if you are trading a small amount, okay, or in a big portfolio, then the results will not mean much lah. Even, let's say example, the portfolio is $1 million and your position is, let's say, $1,000. Even the $1,000 make 100% is only $1,000 more based on the $1 million. So the effect is not that much. On the other hand, if you over trade, that means let's say somebody portfolio is $1 million and one stock, you don't diversify, and just one stock is $1 million, you don't buy any other stocks at all, then even if the stock dropped by 20%, which is possible, you immediately have a $200,000 loss. So you really need to know what is your size for your trade. Okay, is there any rule of thumb for someone who is investing or trading? So for investing, I will say diversify, but don't over diversify. Okay, what do I mean by that? It is I see some people, they have during my stockbroking days, they have stocks that are like 30, 50 stocks, all very, very small stocks, and even though the portfolio is very big, but they have very, very small position on different stocks. I think this is not very good, because every stocks that you hold, that is like a emotional burden. You need to look at it and things like that. What I prefer is to take diversify, but at the same time don't over diversify. It's key. Just have position on a few key stocks. Okay, maybe less than 10, maybe even 5 position. Or even with a very big portfolio, you want to not diversify so much to have like 30, 50 stocks. You are not a fund. Basically, you are taking a position based on your portfolio. Okay, you don't want to benchmark against the S&P 500, but you want to have alpha. You want to just outperform the market. Okay, so that will be the thing. Don't over diversify in terms of your portfolio. In terms of trading, what's the money management rules for trading? Trading, you can use something like maybe a percentage of risk. That means, let's say example, you have 100,000 in your portfolio for trading. How many percent of risk are you risking each trade? Okay, how many percent are you risking for each trade? Let's say example, you risk 2%. 100,000, 2% is $2,000 will be the risk for each trade. If you're wrong, you lose $2,000. If you're right, you make $2,000, something like that, if based on a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Okay, so if you're a trader, if you're short term, and if you're investor, if you're long term, your money management is different. Okay, in terms of trading, you usually have a stop loss, you usually have a profit target, the time frame is shorter. For investing, your time frame is usually longer. You take a longer term position, you take a bigger position in terms of your portfolio, and you diversify based on that total portfolio. Okay, so just want to have more clarity in terms of investing and trading and investing and money management too. Okay, so I hope these are some of the things that can help you. What are the other things that you think that is important, in terms of your process to help you in your journey? Okay, whether is it having a good plan, whether is it having a good method, or whether is it position sizing correctly, managing your portfolio correctly. What are the other things in terms of your process do you think are important? Okay, in the future, maybe I talk a bit more of process, but this time round, instead of talking about the external, which is your things that you can see, the plans that you can see, we can also focus on the internal. What are the internal process that you need to have to become a good trader and a good investor? Okay, so see you in the next video.